Parasuram threw his axe into the ocean and reclaimed the land of Kerala, he also created at the same time a phalanx of 21 soldiers whom he trained in the art of Kalaripayattu to defend this land. An alternative theory suggests that Shiva is the founder of Kalaripayattu and that the sages Parashuram and Agastya were teachers of the northern and the southern style of Kalaripayattu. In the medieval period of Kerala, the socio-economic setup employed Kalaripayattu extensively. At that time, Kerala was ruled by a host of feudatory chieftains, and each one of them kept an army, the soldiers of which were trained in the art form of Kalaripayattu. Incidentally, much like the samurai of Japan, the Nair caste of Kerala had each member of its community trained in the art of Kalaripayattu. However, it was not an exclusive preserve of the Nairs alone, for you had many practitioners from the other communities also mastering this art form. It is also believed that the Buddhist monk from South India, Bodhidharma, who was actually the son of the king of Kanchipuram in Tamil Nadu, carried this art form to China and Japan, from where it has come down to us as Kung Fu and Karate. The golden age of Kalaripayattu was between the 13th and the 18th century. With the coming of the British, Kalaripayattu, like many other martial art forms of India, were banned by law in the interest of state security. However, in certain pockets they continued to exist but surreptitiously. Today, efforts are being made to patronize and encourage this rich art form, the linkages of which with alternative art forms like Kathakali, Krishnattam, dance forms like Velkalli, Theyyam are very pronounced. The ballet, the Supreme Spirit, has a philosophical theme. In the beginning, it says, there was only the invisible Supreme Spirit, out of the bliss of which were born bubbles of consciousness. These became the form and substance of all of creativity. In fact, the highest expression of creation was man, for he was gifted by God with the quality of consciousness and wonderment. For a while, man sat like a baby in the lap of nature, in complete harmony with his mother. But over time, his ego grew, and with that, his power to destroy as well as his greed. He began to demand more of nature than was his due lot, and with that began to create havoc and destruction. He became the dreaded hunter. At that time, in the forests lived a hermit with her deer. The hermit constantly dreaded the man-hunter, for his shadow fell on all seasons. In spring, when the forests were rich with lush new vegetation, and the animals rejoiced in the abundance of nature, the human hunter was there with his arrow to kill animals. In winter, when he had been deprived of the warmth and comfort of food, he was even more vicious. At that time, the hermit's deer was pregnant. The hunter beheld the sight, and what a wondrous sight it was, and aimed his arrow at the swollen belly of the deer. But survival is a natural instinct, and therein lies the hope that the Supreme Spirit will triumph over the ego of man.